10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Manchester
1,
United have
0.
reached the promised land.
Yes, everybody, how are we doing? Sam here, live on United People's TV with the Europa League 2022-23 season group stage draw live reaction. Who will Manchester United get? We are in pot one. Yes, we are in pot one. No, I can't sing the Champions League anthem. Yes, I think I'm probably going to say the Champions League quite a few times accidentally during this stream. But how are we all doing? I'm not actually late this time, Bully. I was spot on time. Look, there we go. We're here starting on time because I fancy it. The draw's coming. Of course, it doesn't have the excitement, the allure, the draw of the Champions League. But I tell you what, Manchester United could probably really, the Europa League, right? That was how Mourinho got into the Champions League that year where he finished 6th. I'm going to speak about Mourinho's run. I'm going to speak about Solskjaer's run and the scars that I've still got inside myself from that. And I'm going to speak about what Erik Ten Hag's run could be this year. We're going to look at the group stage dates. We're going to look at let's look at the groups. These are the pots right here. Just waste absolutely no time. Everybody throughout the entire stream, you let me know your questions. I'll interact as much as possible because let's be honest, this group stage draw is probably going to take a sweet long time. Let me get my draw up live and running at the moment. That can go on in the background. Let me put that on mute because I don't really need to hear that, do I? But the group stage draw has started. I say it started. It's going to take a good while. Let me know what country you're watching from. Look, we've got Mauritius down there. Look at that. We've got Luxembourg. Cool. Luxembourg as well. But let's take a look at the groups. Let's get straight into it. Let's waste no time. Manchester United in pot one because of the coefficient. We won the competition back in 2017. We've still got the legacy points, really, of how we did in the Champions League back in the day. But this is pot one. We've got Roma, United, Arsenal, Lazio, Braga, Red Star Belgrade, Dynamo Kiev, and Olympiacos. It's a shame we can't get a trip to Athens. That's a real shame. Then we've got Sheriff in... Oh, sorry, pot two. Feyenoord, Rennes, PSV, Monaco, Real Sociedad, Karabag, Malmo, and Ludogorets. And in pot three, we've got Sheriff, we've got Real Betis, Midtjylland, Bodo, I believe that's out in Norway, Ferencváros in Hungary, I think, Union Berlin, Freiburg, and Fenerbahce. And down here in pot four, we've got Hey JK, no idea who you are, Sturm Graz, AEK Larnaca, which I believe is Cyprus. Same with Omonoia, Zurich, St. Gilles, St. Gilles, and Trabzonspor. What's your dream draw then? That's what I want to ask you straight away. You can obviously get, I mean, if we're going to say what would the toughest draw be from this, you're probably looking at Monaco, Fenerbahce, maybe Real Betis, and then Trabzonspor won the Turkish league last year. Daisy, you got that one spot on right there. This is honestly the semi-beauty of the Europa League. You get some cracking trips because if you're looking at that, there's a chance of going to Sociedad. Yes, please. There's a chance of going to Berlin. Berlin is such a beauty. I love Berlin. Berlin's a great city. And then you've got Cyprus, Turkey. Won't be as good as Cyprus. But look, Matthew Planky is saying, look, we're going Group C. You heard it here first. I'm looking forward to it, man. First things first, I don't want to be in the Europa League. All right? None of us want to be in the Europa League. None of us. It takes until the quarterfinals to have any sort of interest in it. And even at the quarterfinals, it can get a bit. But because the Europa League now, you can qualify for the Champions League, they've given it a new edge. They've definitely given it a new edge, which I think has definitely benefited it. So look, you're going to be here with me the whole way through the draw. It's starting, the introduction starting now for the Europa League. And as soon as the clubs start getting drawn, I'll pull the draw list up here on screen and we can discuss it. Obviously, PSV will be an interesting one with Van Nistelrooy and maybe Cody Gakpo, depending on whether we sign him or not. James, I think if you're looking at that, I can't disagree with that at this particular moment in time. Given how Manchester United's squad currently is, I personally don't think we're finishing inside the top four. But of course, Anthony can come in. We could get other signings. We need to make more signings, really, if we're going to have any chance of getting inside that top four. That's what I think so anyway. But in terms of the structure of the group stage, Here's the important information for you here. Match day 1 will kick off, like, what is in that? Not 2 weeks' time. 8th and the 15th of September for match day 1 and 2. Match day 3 and 4, 6th and the 13th of October. And match day 5 and 6. That the group stage is going to be done by the 3rd of November. That's early doors. That's really early doors. We're looking at a very, very busy couple of months coming up. We don't need to worry about the knockouts just yet. But it's going to be busy. Do you think United have got a chance of winning it? Type your predictions in the comments. Where do you think Man United will finish in this season's Europa League? Because, of course, we've got recent memories of it. 2017 with Mourinho. 2019-20 with Solskjaer. Yeah, it was that year, I think. And, of course, what Erik ten Hag is going for this year. Look, as Matthew says down there, games are coming thick and fast. It really, really would be. I'll tell you what. You can always see it happening, can't you? Man United and Roma getting to the final. Jose Mourinho being in the final. He would absolutely love that, wouldn't he? He'd absolutely love that. And you've got a semi. No, you haven't got a semi. You think we're going to get to the semi? Bong, you're saying we're going to get to the semi-finals as well. Square One, you're saying, look, we're winning it. Talal, you're saying we're winning it as well. It's going to be tough on our squad. It's going to be tough on Man United's squad to win this competition. I think it really, really will be. By the way, big up to this dude who's just rocked on stage with a full suit and a pair of Nikes. Got a lot of time for that. Needs to be accepted more. Smart casual, I call that. Smart casual. Big up trainers. I hate smart shoes. Anyway, look, let's go and let's have a quick look at the clubs again and the teams that are in the competition. There you go. You got Larnaca from Cyprus, England. Arsenal from England. You got Spain, Norway, Portugal, Serbia. Woo! Real Belgrade. We had them. That was Liverpool who had them, wasn't it? Who did we have? It was Belgrade. Ukraine. Let me go in there. Turkey, Hungary. And as I say, for what we want, this isn't our ambition as a football club, but for away days, for getting a couple of good trips with your pals, it's going to be good fun. I'll be honest, right? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not jinxing anything. I may have already booked my hotel for the final in Budapest because Booking.com offers free cancellations. So, I mean, it's called preparation, right? It's preparation. No doubt I probably will be cancelling it, but you never know. You never know. And you're saying, look, I want to see major game time for the kids. And that's something I was going to speak about later, but I may as well mention it now, seeing as it's been mentioned in the comments. This is going to be a real test for our squad. You look down there, we've obviously got Davies and numero uno, Tom Heaton. Dean Henderson's not here. Looks like we're going to sign another goalkeeper. Down here, you're probably going to be seeing Lindelof starting alongside Bayern Europa League games, maybe. Getting rest for Martinez and Varane to keep everyone fit. We're not exactly littered with options, really, are we? We sent out quite a few of them on loan because the decision was taken, I suppose, that a full season on loan somewhere else would be better than just sitting there and being a fringe player at United. Midfield again. I mean, it just looks thin. Oh, that's the first time I've actually seen that. Oh, hey. Just have a little pause, just to appreciate that. Yes, please. Anyway, and in attack, of course, I think we've got probably more options in attack than in most places, but still, we're looking a bit thin. Looking forward to seeing Garnacho playing in it. You're right about that. But the draw is going to be starting at some point soon. Let's get the groups and let's leave them on screen. Man, you're saying, I reckon we have a chance as things get built up. Why not? Maybe Simi's on it. And Bob, I mean, yeah, I do know Bayer's gone. Just, it's not me doing that. That's Man United's squad list on the official website. They've still got Henderson on there. I mean, they're still Manchester United players. It's just that they're on loan. I didn't say that Bayer is not coming out. I didn't say Bayer was playing, by the way. That's literally the official Manchester United squad list. But look, as I said, in terms of recent memories of the Europa League, this still stings. Really still stings. Going into that final and the expectation, I wasn't necessarily the expectations. I mean, it was actually a bit of expectations. But that was the beginning of the end for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really, wasn't it? That performance we put in the final, Rashford had an absolute stinker. Everybody seemed to sort of just get swallowed up by it. They all got really swallowed up by the occasion and the penalties, man. What was it, 11-10? David De Gea missing the penalty. It was painful. An utter painful game for United fans to watch. And a complete polar opposite to, of course, the last time and the only time we won it. And that was under Mourinho back in 2017. That was a good game. Beating Ajax in the final, Stockholm. I had a ticket for that, but I couldn't. How sickening is this? Couldn't afford, because I've messed up with the flights and the hotels, and I couldn't afford to get out there, so I had to give my ticket for that final to a mate. Jit, you owe me one. All right, so we get to the final here. You can sort me out. I know Jit's not watching, but if he was, sort me. But 2017, that was a cracking run that we had. That was a double year with Zlatan. Obviously missed out in the final because of injury. Hey, let's see if we can do it again this year. As I said, the fact that we can get into the Champions League via the Europa League changes this. If that didn't exist, I'll be honest, the Europa League would be kind of a bit of a joke still. Be a bit of a joke. Mert, you're saying, when is the draw? We're sitting here. Everyone's on stage now. They're just introducing. I don't know who they brought out, really. But the players have been brought out, and at some point, they're going to start whipping the balls out and start opening up. Zoltan Gira, look at that. He's a Europa League final ambassador. But this man here, how important do you think the Europa League will be for Erik ten Hag this year? You let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to know what you think. But he'll want this trophy. He'll really want this trophy because he'll know what it would mean to the work that he's putting in to get that first trophy over the line, and a meaningful trophy, not the be all and end all, but this is basically as good as we've been since Fergie retired. That isn't it? Fergie retired, and we won the Europa League, the FA Cup, and the League Cup. We haven't won the Premier League or the Champions League, the two trophies where we measure our success as a football club. But Erik ten Hag will hopefully change that. Let me go down here. Lots and lots of you think that it's going to be important for him. Craig, you're saying vital we don't get top four. It's a backdoor and attracts the signings he wants. Depending on who drops down from the Champions League, I say Arsenal have a good chance. Arsenal do look very good. Alex, you're saying, look, any trophy is going to be important for ten Hag at the moment. And Anthony, you're saying that really, I think winning the Europa is our only chance of the Champions League. I want to say, as we saw in that game against Liverpool, this team is capable, right? This team is probably more capable than the first. Well, not probably. This team is more capable than those first two games against Brighton and Brentford showed. But how are we going to do that across the course of a 38-game Premier League season, on top of the fact that we've got so many games getting piled in because of the World Cup? It's squeezing fixtures before the World Cup, and it's squeezing fixtures after. January starts, and we've only done round 3 of the League Cup. So by the time January comes around, you're playing the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League, and then the knockouts of the Europa League start in February. It's going to be such a tough season for injuries, fitness, and for someone like Erik ten Hag over here, who plays a very intense style of football. It's going to be even more exhausting. That's why it's so important in the next 5-6 days that we get more signings in. This will be an opportunity, the group stage of this Europa League, to see the likes of Iqbal, to see the likes of Savage, to see the likes of Garnacho. I think it's not just a case of wanting to see them. It's the right time to see them. It's the right time to play them. And I hope that we will see them. Right, it looks like we might be getting started pretty soon. Let me see if I can get the groups up on screen here from the official Europa website. The draw is live. Yes, it is live. But come on, get. I haven't started drawing it yet. My God, they take so long. Why do they take so long? I mean, I know why they take so long. It's just they try and make it a spectacle. But it is what it is. Hopefully, we can make it slightly more interesting. I'll answer as many of your questions as possible throughout this entire stream. So fire them in about the Europa League, about United, about anything really. I'll try and answer as many as I can. Chris, I can't answer that one. I'll be completely honest, because I have no idea. I don't know why Manchester United are trying to sell Ghana. The idea of loaning him out would make sense. The idea of selling him doesn't really make any sense whatsoever. But these are the teams for the draw. Let me get that on screen here for you before we pull up the groups as they come through. It's just that this hasn't been updated yet. There's some cracking fixtures in here, I think so anyway. Roma will obviously do well. Mourinho's actually bought some decent players too. Malmo, Sigmund, you're down there being an absolute don. Santa Sigmund always comes through. Everybody say thank you to the main man. The second main man, I'm the main man, but the second main man, Sigmund, always helping this community grow bigger and better. And I hope you all enjoy this stream with me, right? Because I'm looking forward to the Europa League. I'm not just going to... I don't want to be in the Europa League anymore. I'm tired, Robbie. I'm tired. I want to go in the Champions League. I want to actually compete in the Champions League, not just be in the Champions League and get absolutely steamrolled out of it by Atletico Madrid. That was painful last year, wasn't it? Got absolutely played off the park away from home, and Elanga out of nowhere came up, boom, got that goal. But just that game at Old Trafford, the game at Old Trafford was not a pretty watch. It really, really wasn't. Where are the... There we go. I imagine it's going to come up on this screen. Let me pull this one up for you here on screen, and then we can get this going. Right, 1 second. That's what happens when you have to do all your own technical stuff whilst you're live on stream. I imagine this will be updated as soon as the clubs start getting drawn. So you can see there, Manchester United in pot 1 because of our coefficient ranking. That's how it goes. And there's going to be some really interesting draws. I think if I'm being completely honest, my ideal draw, I think I would go for Real Sociedad. I would go for Berlin. And I'd go for Cyprus, one of these two. Because honestly, it's kind of selfish, really, I suppose. I'm not really doing these draws on what's best for Manchester United. I'm doing this draw on what I think would be the most fun to go and watch. Because it's the group stage of the Europa League. United, no matter what our draw is going to be, Manchester United will be favourites to qualify first. All right? There isn't a group that we can draw that's going to be ridiculously hard. And of course, there's going to be slightly easier ones to draw. But there won't be draws where we go, wow, United aren't going to finish first. We're going to be favourites no matter what our group is. And yeah, I might not go Kiev for this particular moment in time. Anthony, yeah, just plan my holidays. Might even do a little tour bus. It depends if you get one that's in like Northern Europe, in like Belgium, Netherlands, like that, you can drive across to. Hell yeah. Come on, man, get this draw started, people. What are you doing? I think the draws are slightly more complicated than understanding quantum physics. Mate, I'm sitting there watching the draw now, and it's all sorts of numbers flying in different directions. It really is crazy. It's a simple thing, lads. There's 8 groups. Draw the teams in. What are you waiting for? I'm from Spain, says one, and I love Betis. Look at that. Well, I don't love Betis, but the best... It's still me and the guys, the lads we go to games with, we always talk about it. It was Sevilla. That time that we under Mourinho in the Champions, we went and we drew 0-0 away at Sevilla, and then we got knocked out against Sevilla in the Champions League back at Old Trafford. It was a bad couple of performances, but that away day was special. It was in February. It was cold and miserable in England. Went across to Seville, and it was 2 scorching days, 23 degrees, 24 degrees. Not one single cloud was seen for 48 hours. It was beautiful. I'd like that again. Suppose it won't happen here. But look, finally, ladies and gents, I'll go smaller screen now. Let's get this up live and direct. The group stage draw is starting. You can let me know what you think about the draw the whole way through. But you've got the first group out, and that's Arsenal going into Group A. Let's see what goes on there. D-Train saying, look, it's brutally embarrassing. How do we always get here? Well, you don't finish inside the top 4. That's kind of what happens. Dino Kiev, you're going in there to Group 2. I mean, my draw here is so far behind. There. I've got it on BT Sport as well. Thatcher, what are you saying, sir? Is United able to play with the same intensity they did against City with Ronaldo starting? Other front 3 always seems timid and want to shoot. Hey, look, I agree with you there. And it's the problem of Ronaldo. It's just that style is not particularly suited to what Erik ten Hag is trying to do, but we'll see. Do you think Ronaldo's going to play in the Europa League? Or do you think Ronaldo will just duck all the games off if he stays? Can't imagine seeing Ronaldo in the Europa League, man. I can't imagine it. Bully, you're saying I'm moving to Cyprus in 2 months. If we get Cyprus, definitely meet up. Come here. Everyone's going to Bully's house. Roma's getting there in Group C. We can't get C because Roma's there now. So that's done. I reckon we're getting Group E. That's my hot take here. Hot take is we're getting Group E. I mean, it really doesn't matter what group we get, to be completely honest. But I think we're going to get Group D. Oh, look at that, Group E. Boom. Man, nailed it. Let's see if I can predict every single one correctly. That's 1 out of 1 so far. And then I'll give you the lottery numbers at the end. Manchester United dropping into Group E. It changes nothing until the other teams come out of the draw. Roma is a favourite to win, says Nee. I don't know who. Who do you think is favourite to win? Type it in the comments. You're probably looking at Arsenal, Roma, or Man United as the favourite from the teams that are currently in the tournament, right? Of course, the teams that drop down from the Champions League, they're the ones that I suppose could come in and cause some real problems as well. Lazio going into Group F with Braga going into Group D. Let's see what you're thinking. Mo, you're saying... sorry, I say Mo. I mean Celine. Lots and lots of you saying Arsenal. Lots of you saying Arsenal. Ronaldo's not won the Europa League. Why not? Because he wants to play the Champions League, isn't it? Hey, look. If Ronaldo stays, I've got no doubts over his professionalism. I think he'll come... And I actually back Ronaldo to be our top scorer this season if he stays at the club. That's what I think. So anyway, Olympiacos dropping into Group G, which means there's only one team left. Who's that? Let's find out here. That would be Red Star Belgrade going into Group H, I presume. I mean, what do you think about that? That's a really exciting part of the draw now. Manchester United in Group E on their own. We got one of the 8 groups. Who could possibly have seen that coming? Red Star Belgrade, by the way. Imagine that as an away day. That would be... Jeez. I swear United went to Belgrade a couple of years ago. I think so anyway. Any Maltese teams in the draw? I don't think so. There's a Moldovan team, though. Sheriff. Right, we're going on to pot 2 now. So let's pull up the pots. These are the teams. Who do you want to draw from this then, everyone? We've got Feyenoord. We've got Rennes, PSV, Monaco, Sociedad, Karabag, Malmo, and Ludogorets. There's some really cracking draws in there. The way the football works, you kind of expect Manchester United to sign Gakpo and then get PSV. Yeah, it's a bit like Barcelona getting Bayern Munich in the Champions League, right? Let's see who you think down there. Feyenoord, PSV, Malmo, says Ryan. Chris, you're going PSV or Monaco. Karabag. Right, my prediction. I've got 1 out of 1 so far. My prediction for Manchester United in this group, I think we're getting Feyenoord. All right? Feyenoord is my prediction. So let's go down here and let's find out. Ooh, Arsenal PSV. That's a tasty one. That's a tasty one. I mean, you back Arsenal. Arsenal playing very well at the moment, for sure. But no PSV. No Rennes either. Oh, that's 2 gone. Tell you what, might be accurate. So Dynamo Kiev going into Group B with Rennes. Rennes would have been a nice trip. That's a little bit disappointing. Oh, well, I'll get over it. Group C, who's going in with Roma? Let's find out very, very shortly. I'd like Malmo. Oh, mate, Sweden. Wouldn't that be a beautiful... I mean, it'd be expensive as hell. It would be expensive as hell. But it would be good fun. Where's this third team? Come on, man. Open the balls. Give us the groups. How long can you take? Ludogorets, they've gone in with Roma. So that's PSV, Rennes, and Ludogorets out of pot 2 so far. So we've still got... Who have we got? We've got... Oh, geez. Keep going on the wrong one. We've got Monaco, Sociedad, Karabag, Malmo are there as well. There's quite a few left. Come on. I'd like Malmo. Feyenoord was my prediction. And I've got a 25% chance of being correct now. Malmo going in with Braga. That's a beautiful couple of trips there. I think Braga's the stadium that's got the mountain just behind them. So look, Sociedad or Feyenoord. I want Sociedad. That's why I said it as my ideal draw, but I think it's going to be Feyenoord. Our survey says. Let's find out. 1 in 4 here. Let's see who Man United are going to get. Could be Monaco as well. There's some tasty draws left, actually. So look. Come on, update. Come on, mate. Why does it take so long, this thing? Jeez. Sociedad. Yes, baby. Now, that is a lovely, lovely trip. I need to book my flights ASAP, Rocky. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, no, the first game's in like 9 days or something, isn't it? Sociedad. Man United drawing Real Sociedad with Feyenoord going... Oh, that's a tasty game. Lazio against Feyenoord. So Real Sociedad coming into Group E. We don't really need to see the rest of these 2 draws, do we? Man United there drawing Sociedad. I said my dream draw would be Man United, Sociedad, Union Berlin, and then one of the Cyprus teams. So far, we've got 1 out of 1. We've got Sociedad in there. You let me know. What do you think about that? Are you happy with the draw? Oh, man, Real Sociedad. Woo, baby. I love that region. That is the region. San Sebastian, baby. Yes, please. My God, I think I'm going to have to go there. I think I'm going to have to go. Miles, you're saying, who do you reckon will be the third team in our group? My prediction is Union Berlin, because I want it to be real. But look, that's the second pot done. We've got Arsenal with PSV. We've got Dynamo Kiev with Rennes. We've got Roma with Ludogorets. Braga with Malmo. United there with Sociedad. Lazio with Feyenoord. Olympiacos with Karabag. And Red Star Belgrade with Monaco. Ooh, tough trip for Monaco there. I'm not actually sure, Miles, whether Adnan Januzaj is there. But we could have got a far easier draw than that on paper. We could have got Ludogorets. We could have got Karabag. But again, Manchester United will be favourites to top this group no matter who is in this group, right? What do you think about that group? Are you happy about it? Are you happy with the draw? You let me know what you think in the comments below. Toughest group so far. There's a couple of nice ones. Arsenal, PSV, I think, is a nice couple of teams. Man United, Sociedad there, and Lazio, Feyenoord. The rest feel very Europa League. But in this pot, let's go to it now. Let's take a look. This pot is about to start being drawn. We've got Sheriff. We've got Real Betis, which, of course, we now can't get. Midtjylland. Bad memories of Midtjylland. Bodo Glimt, Ferencváros, Union Berlin, Freiburg, and Fenerbahce. The only team I believe we can't draw is Real Betis. So let's find out. And we can't draw Bodo Glimt because, look, they've gone straight into pot one. So no trip to Norway there. Not pot one, sorry. They've gone into group one. Fenerbahce. Ooh, we've missed out on Fenerbahce. They've gone into group B. So it's Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, and Fenerbahce in group B. Arsenal, PSV, and Bodo Glimt in group A. So there's only 5 teams, I think, now we can draw because we can't get Real Betis because we've got Real Sociedad. It's be an interesting one. Union Berlin still in there. Come on, baby. Give me Union Berlin. Oh, Betis. Oh, we could get Betis anyway. So there's 5 left. There's 5 left now. Man United with a 20% chance of getting Berlin. Come on, baby. I swear if I get this spot on, this will be so good. Come on, Berlin. Ja, Berlin. Give me Berlin. Give me Berlin. Oh, maybe it won't be Berlin. I don't know. We'll find out soon. Next team is coming out. Hey, look. It's nice. Oh, we got Scholl, man. Right, who's going to Moldova? me and a few guys. We had a look at the at Sheriff before. I think Sheriff is the team that's in Moldova. Let me see if I can get that right. Sheriff Tiraspol. That's it. Based in Moldova. That's going to be a tough trip. That's going to be a tough trip to do. On paper, it's a team that Manchester United should be beating, right? So you've got Sociedad and Sheriff, sod knows. Look at that. Midtjylland in there with Lazio and Feyenoord. Only 2 more teams to be drawn here. Of course, let me not be unfair to them. Of course, they beat. I remember that. And wasn't that the year that Real Madrid won it? Miles, big up to you. Thank you very much for the compliment, man. Group B is interesting, says Pete. The Europa League throws up sort of interesting groups. Look at that. Now that's like the dream trip. You get a trip to Sweden, Berlin, and Portugal. I don't know why I said Berlin. So that is a beautiful little group for the away day. I would say so anyway. Anybody here from Moldova? Let me know in the comments below. I'll try and give you a shout out. What's the reason you want Cypriot teams? It's because I want to go to Cyprus. I mean, what perfect? Oh yeah, what am I going away for? I'm going away to watch United. Where are you doing it? In Cyprus. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Enjoy yourself. Easy group for Fenerbahce, apparently. Rennes and Dynamo. I mean, they're all going to be same, but different. Albert, you're watching from Romania near Moldova. Not far away then. Oh, look at that. Sayaki watching from Moldova. How you doing there, my friend? How difficult is the trip going to be? You can let me know in the comments below. Wow, you're watching from Portugal. It doesn't quite count. No, not particularly. But these are the groups. I think they're completed now. They are completed now. Group A. We're going on to pot 4 in a second. We've got Arsenal, PSV, and Bodo Glimt. Group B, we've got Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, and Fenerbahce. Group C is Roma, Ludogorets, and Betis. Group D is Braga, Malmo, and Union Berlin. Group E, Man United with Sociedad and Sheriff. I need to find out how to pronounce that. Lazio final to Midtjylland in Group F. Olympiacos, Karabag, and Freiburg in Group G. That's the worst group. Group H, Red Star Belgrade, Monaco, and Ferencváros, who I believe are from Hungary. And let's go to it now. Let's go to pot 4. So my predictions were United, Sociedad, Berlin, and I wanted Omonoia, just because it's in Cyprus. Let's find out. I'll take Larnaca. I mean, look, there's just a lot of good trips there. Zurich. Oh, nice little trip to Switzerland. That'll be expensive. You let me know who you think we're drawing in pot 4, and let's bring it up on the screen here. But no Berlin trip. No, that's a shame. I'll get over it, though. Oh, no trip to Zurich either. Right, so Zurich is off the cards for Manchester United. My stream on BT Sport is so far behind what the actual draw is. It's ridiculous. But anyway, Zurich have gone into pot A. Pot A is now complete. Pot A, Group A is now complete. Arsenal, PSV, Bodo Glimt, and Zurich has been done. Oh, you're taking one of the Cyprus teams. You selfish bastards. Larnaca going into Group B. Kiev, Rennes, Fenerbahce, and Larnaca. That's 2 teams gone. I'm trying to think of the team I just don't want to get. I don't think I want to get Sturm Graz. I think that's the only one I'll be like, nah. Let's find out. There's 6 teams left. Whoa! Oh, we're going to Cyprus. Whoa! 2 fantastic trips there. Sociedad and Omonoia. Oh, baby. Come on, man. Man United, Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonoia. Sounds like I'm doing some sort of voodoo curse there, saying that name. Anyway, that's the full group. Man United, Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonoia. What do you think about that? Dad dancing. Nah, it's not dad dancing. It's just that's a little shoulder shuffle. Come on, that's the chair dance. That's the chair dance. Anyway, Lazio, Feyenoord, and Midtjylland. They're there. Hey, JK, is that Helsinki? I think that's Helsinki going into Group C with Roma, Ludogorets, Real Betis, and Helsinki. Lazio, Feyenoord, and Midtjylland. Only 3 more teams to draw. But what do you think about that? I think it's a decent enough group. St. Gilloise going into Group D with Malmo, Berlin. That is a beautiful little, I don't know. It's a nice little group. I like that one. But I'm happy with our one. Where do you think we're finishing in that group? All right. It's got to be first. I mean, as I said, it was pretty much, no matter what the group draw was, you would have predicted Manchester United to top that group. And you're absolutely predicting Manchester United to top that group. Let's have a look. I think it's a good excuse to skip Sheriff, stay in Spain, and take a trip. I think, and sometimes you come up with good ideas. That's one of them. No offense to Sheriff, but I don't think I'll be going to that game. Don't hate me for it. And I suppose it depends when the home and away games are for Spain. Hopefully, imagine it's Spain away in like a week's time. Woo-hoo-hoo. Looks like we're going to Cyprus. Who's in Cyprus? Let's have a party. No, let's be responsible and let's go and watch the football and give very sober analysis on the game. That is my problem when I go to games. I get a little bit too saucy. Warren Davis, look, I got 2. I predicted a Cyprus trip. I predicted Sociedad. I did get 2 out of anybody you want the lottery numbers, you jump into the comments. But look, let's pull the group stage up here. Let me run through it one time in full for everybody. We'll wrap it up here. Arsenal with PSV, Bodo, Glimt, and Zurich. You would imagine that's going to be Arsenal first, PSV second, and that doesn't really matter. Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, Fenerbahce. Yeah, I like Fenerbahce. I'm putting them on top with Rennes going second. Roma will be topping that group there with Real Betis coming in second. I feel sorry for Ludogorets and Helsinki. They haven't really got a chance, did they? Braga, Malmo, Union Berlin. That's a wicked group. I think that's probably my favorite group of the Europa League there. Man United with Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonoia. You've got to back Manchester United to be winning that game. Adam, you're over there. He lives in Cyprus. Definitely going for the game. Definitely having a party. Absolutely. But Lazio, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, and Sturm Graz with Olympiacos, Karabag, Freiburg, Nantes, and Red Star Belgrade, Monaco, Ferencváros, and Trabzonspor. I'm happy with that as a group stage draw. I'm happy with that for Manchester United. I'm happy with the trips, which I've now got to go and try and book some flights. But look, thank you very much for joining in with the Europa League live draw reaction. I enjoyed it. I'm happy with that group stage draw. I'm sure you are too. We'll have more content on that as the weeks go on. But it kicks off in 2 weeks. it's going to be interesting. Interesting to see how Ten Hag manages his squad, manages his team, rests players, brings players in. It's where you're going to see the fringe players going around. But yeah, I'll be completely honest. Somebody left a comment there saying, we're never going to get a sober match reaction from Sam. Not when I go to the game, unfortunately. It's really hard to do a drunk match reaction, but I've become quite good at it. I'll try and be as sober as I can for these ones, though. But look, thank you very much for joining in. 2 live streams today. That's the draw done. Maybe I'll get a video out later on, but probably not because we kick off at 12:30 tomorrow. So I'll definitely see you for the game tomorrow and hopefully Casemiro's debut. But Real Sociedad, Sharif, and Omonoia, you let me know what you think about that in the comments.